A shower of molten steel. But the industry is facing a severe winter. China's steel demand dropped and prices sank. The government is cutting overcapacity to steer the economy towards consumption. Many believe the short-term pain will give way to long-term growth. They include Fang Liping, who's been working in the factory for over 30 years. She's also a deputy of the National People's Congress.
The economic slowdown has pushed the company to restructure its production and upgrade technology to improve quality. Products must meet market demand or else they can't be sold. Some furnaces have already been shut down.
Across China, many companies are shutting down or transforming to other industries. Cutting overcapacity is a national reform priority as excess capacity weighs on overall economic performance. So how to carry out reform is high on the agenda as some 3,000 lawmakers meet for the annual session.
I want to know if the government can provide some substantial support for the companies in difficulties, like money or policies.
The world is watching as the government announces this year's growth target for the world's second biggest economy. Given increasing uncertainties at home and abroad, interest is keener than ever.
GDP growth of around 6.5% or higher is possible in practice. The projected target for this year's growth is realistic and in keeping with economic principles. It will help to steer the steady expectations to make structural adjustments.
Li Keqiang says the emphasis is on seeking progress while maintaining stability. The goal is a growth model driven more by new engines such as innovation, services, and consumption. And the supply-side structural reform will deepen.
This year, we will further reduce steel production capacity by around 50 million metric tons. As overcapacity is cut, we must provide assistance to laid-off workers. Central government special funds for rewards and subsidies should be promptly allocated.
Over the next 2 weeks, deputies will review the work report, and then their vote will determine the guidance for reforms in the year ahead. As the Chinese leadership enters its 5th year, the government is under growing pressure to achieve the set goals. Many deputies say, compared with other reforms, reducing overcapacity is relatively easy. There are numerous tougher challenges. One of them is how to establish an effective mechanism to strike a balance between the market and the roles of the government. Han Bin, CGTN, Beijing.